Oxygen cylinders have a white shoulder colour to help identify the nature of the hazard associated with this gas. Cylinders can be filled up to a pressure of 300 bar. The hazard of the cylinder is clearly labelled. Acetylene is a fuel gas. Cylinders are maroon in colour and filled to 17 bar pressure. The gas is odourless, so a garlic type smell is added to help detect leaks. When assembling the equipment, the fittings should be clean and undamaged, and then they should be assembled hand tight only. When assembling the equipment, ensure that the threads screw quite easily into the fittings on the cylinders, taking great care not to cross the threads when assembling. Note that the acetylene cylinder has a left-hand thread so that it can't be fitted onto an oxygen cylinder. And again, hand tight. Next, the flashback arresters, or FBAs as they are known. These fit onto the outlets of the regulators. Taking note of the colour codings and the left-hand threads. Same with the oxygen. And now the hoses. Red to the acetylene, blue to the oxygen. Hoses are colour coded and marked with the correct British standard. The fittings on the end of the hoses are non-reusable to prevent anybody else modifying the hoses once they've been put into service. Now fit the blowpipe and the hoses together, ensuring that we have hose check valves fitted to the end of the hose fittings. And again, these should fit easily by hand. Colour coding continues through to the blowpipe itself, with the acetylene valve coloured red and the oxygen valve coloured blue. Now tighten up the regulator to cylinder fitting with a suitable spanner. Then the assembly point of the flashback to the regulator and the hose connection onto the flashback. And now tighten up the acetylene regulator onto the cylinder, the flashback arrestor onto the regulator outlet, and where the hose fits on to the flashback base. Now tighten up the hose fittings onto the torch shank and fit the gas welding nozzle, and again it should fit nice and easily, and just tighten up very gently at the end. Check all joints that we've assembled with an appropriate leak detector spray, looking for any signs of bubbling. If that should occur, check the fitting concerned. Now set the working pressure on the acetylene with the valve open, and then on the oxygen. Purge the hose of any mixed gas and then light the torch. Acetylene first and then oxygen, and bring back to a neutral flame. When the welding activity is finished, first turn off the fuel gas, the acetylene, to extinguish the flame, then turn off the oxygen, release the pressure on the regulator diaphragms and close the cylinder valve.